I am Neil Larthos. I am the next Abdullah. You are the next Neville Goddard. Your SP gets wet, moist, every single time they think of you, and your bank account makes Jeff Bezos look homeless. Your SP feeds you Starbucks on a silver platter. Okay? Ladies, this one is for you. Look, I have a lot of women who watch this channel. I'm not surprised. I mean, look at me. And I know a lot of you are like, finally a video for me, right? Because I'm mostly talking from the male perspective. Well, ladies, let me tell you one thing, okay? Whether you have a dick, whether you have a penis, it does not matter, okay? It's all about you. Everything is you pushed out, okay? The fact that you don't have SP, that all the men in your life cheat on you, is all a reflection of you, because one moment happened in your past that made you start overthinking. You're like, oh my God. And then boom, out of nowhere, you told yourself, I'm so ugly, I'm so fat, even though you're fucking skinnier than this fucking pin. And next thing you know, you start getting in the state of a fat whale who can barely get a guy with 2 teeth, right? You might look like a fucking angel, but because you said you were fat, even though you look as skinny as this shit right here, you entered the state of the girl who's fat. And we all know, sorry fat ladies, but you guys don't get a lot of dick, all right? But you could if you did what the skinny chick does and actually told yourself, no, actually, you know what? I have the fucking body of my dreams, okay? I am a fucking Victoria's Secret model, even though you could barely walk up the stairs without having a heart attack, right? If you tell yourself that, no matter how fucking fat you are, right? The way it would work is if a fat lady was to tell herself that she's a Victoria's Secret model, right? It's not that she's going to wake up one day and lose fucking 200 pounds. But the way it is that if she persists in that state and she continues to tell herself that, even though she looks like a fucking walrus, right? All of a sudden, because she kept persisting in that state and saying that and impressing her subconscious with all those affirmations, all of a sudden the pizza is going to look like poison. The chocolate chip cookies and ice cream is going to make her want to throw up. And all she is going to want, besides dick, is carrots and broccoli. Right? You wonder why some people lose a desire for certain things is because they shifted to the state where now they have a new set of desires. Right? So ladies, what the hell does this have to do with your SP feeding you Starbucks? Well, if you are a woman who doesn't get the attention from men that she wants, regardless of if you are a fucking 10 out of 10, if you're a fucking Instagram model, or whether you are perceived by many people as ugly, right? No matter what you look like on the outside, the girl that you see yourself to be in the mirror, like this sexy motherfucker that I'm looking at in selfie mode right now, this is not my true form. Look at your phone in selfie mode right now, or actually don't, because you gotta fucking pay attention to this video, motherfucker. But look in the mirror. That same girl is not who you actually are. We are simply eternal beings living in an eternal beings living in a human experience, which means that all of this is just what we are perceiving. We are simply the observer of this character. You are not the mind, you are not the body, you are just the observer of the mind and the body. So the same way that you can make a belief that you have been this character that you've seen in the mirror every single day when you're brushing your fucking teeth every day, is the same way that you can create a new character, but this time that has SP. and all the men chase you, right? So if you were to tell yourself every single fucking day, all the men in my life, they feed me Starbucks on a silver platter and fucking Chic-Fil-A with a golden flask, right? First of all, when you exaggerate it like that, you invoke emotion. And emotion highly triggers the nervous system, the subconscious, right? A lot of people like to talk about nervous systems and all that shit. But really, in reality, all you have to do sometimes is say it once. And sometimes that's all it takes for you to show your reality who's fucking boss, okay? Who's the fucking queen, and you are the fucking queen. I don't care if your fucking SP is married. There's a fucking reason why the divorce rate is 50 fucking percent. Okay? It's because marriage is just an illusion, just like the person in the mirror that you see every day that isn't the desired weight that you want, that doesn't have as big of an ass as you like, or the figure that makes you feel more comfortable with your self-esteem. That is simply what you are perceiving, right? But like I said, if you were a fat whale but told yourself that you were a fucking Instagram model, the most sexiest woman alive, you make all the fucking Instagram babes look ugly as shit, look like homeless peasants, even though you look like the homeless peasant in the 3D, guess what? All of a sudden, you were going to get inspired actions to make the decisions that would lead you to get those physical results. And it would not be something that you're sitting there thinking, am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? Am I doing this right? No. Because you consistently stayed in that state, it'll be something that happens naturally. Okay, it's the same way when you're saying that SP feeds you Starbucks on a fucking silver platter. Even though your SP has you blocked on all platforms, even though all the guys don't even look at you and only the creeps are the ones that give you the attention or they send you DMs in your inbox, you will get an inbox filled with fucking basketball players and athletes and celebrities if you tell yourself that you are every man's wet dream, that all the fucking men get boners for you. Okay? Now, I'm not saying you have to robotically affirm this 50,000 times a day, but if you notice that you have more negative thoughts than positive ones, then simply replace those negative thoughts with a disciplinary reversal and revise them with affirmations like that, okay? And if you are so nervous and are such a wreck in the moment when you notice that all the guys are ignoring you, or that you're still blocked, and that you go to his Instagram page and it says this page is not available, when you get triggered from that, okay, you can either say an affirmation or make a 5-second first person imaginal act where your SP is eating you the fuck out. Or even if you have a more fantasy-esque type of imaginal act where all the sexy men in the world are waving fucking leaves while you're on the fucking throne and you look like a queen goddess Aphrodite, right? And they're feeding you Chick-Fil-A, right? And fucking raising canes at your feet, right? Even that, though that might not actually happen and you fucking manifest a medieval time monarchy, at the same time your subconscious knows what the fuck you're doing when you have a imaginal act like that. But what I would do, if anything, because one of the easiest things to do, because a lot of you guys talk about aphantasia and all this bullshit, the most easiest thing to do is whenever you are triggered in the 3D and you're thinking like, this is not working, I'm never going to be loved, all the men cheat on me, simply replace it with the most narcissistic thing you can think of. No, I always fucking cheat on them and yet they still come back to me. They blow up my phone so much so that I think I need a fucking restraining order. I'm the baddest bitch alive. I am a fucking Instagram model and I make all the fucking OnlyFans girls look like homeless peasants. You have to start talking about yourself like that. You have to get to the point where your negative thoughts are a thing of the past. And this is not about controlling your thoughts per se. Just because your thoughts keep coming in negative, it doesn't necessarily mean like you are still that person, right? Because you've been that person for so long that your brain is still accustomed to that. But the more you keep talking about yourself like the bad bitch that I know you fucking are, your subconscious will have no other choice but to give you that mindset, that self-concept, and you will you will see it reflected. I promise you. So if you guys have any questions, let me know what you guys think. I had to make this fucking video because it was on my brain right here. I'm at work, ladies, okay, and I'm doing this for you, okay? What the fuck is wrong with you? Book a consultation now, right now, with neillarthos@gmail.com, and I will see you there. All right, I am Neil Larthos. This is all that the I Am Awareness had to say, and I know you're gonna be okay.